tell us your name, your education background, your work experience, your competences that lead to your suitability for the appointment that you have had.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker and honorable members of the Appointment Committee. Speaker, on the onset, I want to thank you and this committee and the entire House for giving me this opportunity to appear for vetting for the second time. I also want to thank His Excellency the President for according me a second opportunity in a different ministry to serve the people of Kenya. Mr. Speaker, I grew up in Garissa. I went to school there, Garissa High School, Boys Town Primary School, Moi Forces Academy. I did my first graduate degree in Moi University, Bachelor of Education Economics. And finally, I did my master's in business administration in 2011 at Jomo Kenyatta University of Science and Technology. I worked in the private sector. I was a businessman before I joined politics in 2007. I served the people of Dugis between 2008 and 2013. During the Grand Coalition government, I was an assistant minister for livestock. I served with you, Mr. Speaker, in that government as the Minister for Foreign Affairs. And between 2013 and 2014, the people of Garissa Township gave me an opportunity to serve them again, and again to serve them between 2017 and 2022. And again, they gave me an opportunity to serve them between 2022 for about 2-3 months. So I served as a member of parliament for 4 consecutive terms, which the last one I did not complete because the president in his wisdom poached me from the legislature and to help him in the executive. I was the first majority leader under the 2010 Constitution. I served for 8 years. I led in making sure that the government business during that period sailed through. Over 150 bills were enacted, had my signature. And Mr. Speaker, I had a wonderful time working with a cross-section of leaders from different parts of our country, from different gender and age, and from different political formation. As the Minister for Defense for the last 2 years and 1 month, Mr. Speaker, my record speaks for it. Today, I can confirm without fear of contradiction that the housing project, since independence, over 4,000 housing units are under construction, launched them in Laikipia, in Nyanyuki, in Gilgil, in Mariakani, in Roysambu. Through this august house, I passed the Prime Healthcare Fund, where now the Kenyan citizens have an opportunity partially to access the robust medical facilities and hospitals, the level 5 and level 4 hospitals of the Kenya Defense Forces. If you are in Eldoret, if you are in Nakuru, if you are in Mombasa, if you are in Nairobi, you can at certain level access. Through this house, Mr. Speaker, I passed the National Peace Fund, which is now domiciled, that helps our men and women in uniform who serve in peace missions. Today, there's enough resources to buy them the required equipments within the standard of the UN peacekeeping missions. On defense diplomacy, Mr. Speaker, I am the first minister in the history of Kenya to host the US Secretary of Defense, to host the British, the UK Minister for Armed Forces. Today, as I leave the Minister of Defense, through the what they call the excess defense article, 150 vehicles, anti-mine vehicles have been donated to the Kenya Defense Forces. I secured $57 million for the expansion of the Manda airstrip in a partnership between Kenya and the US. The National Defense College today, under the support of the partnership we have with the US government, is constructing the largest in our region, the School of Strategic and Security Studies, to the tune of $5 billion because of that. And finally, I want to say it, the only center, the Center for Terrorism, Counterterrorism, Counterinsurgency in Laikipia, funded by the US, UK, and the Kenya government. One of its type is ready for commissioning. Of course, in the war against terror, Mr. Speaker, in the last 2 years, Boni is safe, the North is safe, Nairobi is safe. Kenya Defense Forces have taken the war to Al-Shabaab inside Somalia. We will not anymore, at any given time, we're not going to wait for them at our borders. We will not allow them to come to our cities. We have taken the war to them. So, Mr. Speaker, my qualifications, academic qualifications, my experience as a member of parliament and as a leader in this country, the stint I had as the Minister of Defense, my age, my role in the private sector and business gives me the required testimonial. But finally, to say, Mr. Speaker, I have never been indicted in any adversely in any report of parliament. I have always had clearance from the criminal justice system, the Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission, the DCI. I have never violated Chapter 6 of the Constitution, never violated Article 75 of the Constitution. And I think I am ready and willing to serve the people of Kenya in the docket of environment, climate change, and forestry. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Honorable Duale. We'll now start off with members asking you some questions. Try to be concise and precise in the answers in the interest of time. We'll start with the Deputy Speaker.
Okay, thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Duale, you will recall that during COP27, the President made it clear that Kenya's biggest export would be carbon credits, and